Hello, world. I am currently outside. It's 4 a.m. Can't say that I'm tired. I don't really get tired. But you're probably wondering why I'm outside at 4 a.m. That's because I felt like I had a message that I had to share, an important message. And that is don't be afraid to be different. I'm somebody that personally I like to say I like to stay complacent. Like most people, we like to be comfortable. We like to stay in the position of comfortability. That is wrong because staying comfortable leads nowhere. It leads to no greatness. And you want to be not great. And it's not even saying that you have to be great in somebody's eyes or a legend in another person's eyes. It's just in your own eyes. What do you consider yourself as? A lot of times when you try to escape that bubble, that circle, that cage that they put around you, you start to notice a dissonance. You start to notice a shake in the universe. Almost like something's not right. Almost like you have to go back. That is also wrong. I learned as well. You must stand in the face of fear, in the face of doubt, in the face of ignorance and non-understanding. When you don't know, you must still stand and fight. You understand? When people look at you a different way, when people doubt you, when they see that you're becoming a different person, when they see that you're doing something that they don't like, you must say fuck them. Because at the end of the day, the only perspective that matters is yours. And I'll explain. Your current job right now, that's not the job you had your entire life, right? Before that job, you are still a human being. When you got that job, you are still a human being. After, you will be, say with me, a human being. So that goes to show is like everything that comes into your life, everything that is attached onto you is not a part of you. You get that? You were there before that thing, and you will continue to be there after it. And I think it ties to, having regrets. And that's the biggest thing. That's probably the biggest tool a manipulator can have on you is regret. Because once a manipulator sees that you fear something or you fear an outcome, they can then manipulate that and use that to keep you in that cage. The only way someone can control you, your body, your mind, your soul, is if they have you in a cage. If somebody gets you to believe a certain ideology, they get you to believe a certain thing, an idea. If they keep you stuck, they can control you. In my own personal life, I noticed, and I'm somebody, like I said, I like to stay complacent. So it's like I kind of jump in and out of instances, right? I have these things I call them flow states. Flow state is when you're able to operate and exist in a time where you just don't care. You're able to say and do things that are actually your own, and you don't care about the aspect, the perspective of how people look at you or what they think about you. That's what I call flow state. In boxing too, you can get in the flow state. We're not gonna get into that. But I jump in and out of these flow states, right? I come back to my comfortability myself. And every time that I come back, I remember who I was. I remember the person that I was operating in that state. And the only number one reason that brought me back, that snapped me back to this reality was the judgment of people, judgment of other beings, other souls that really don't care about you in the means. Honestly, if somebody doesn't like you, if you go to work and somebody doesn't like you, when you leave that place, and if they leave that place, they're not thinking about you at all. Guarantee you, at all. They're not thinking about you. They don't care who you are. They don't. Because at the end of the day, they have to fix their plate, eat their food. They maybe have kids, other stuff they have to deal with. Maybe they're fighting with their spouse. They're dealing with something with their partner. They're not worried about you. And their judgment isn't either. As much as people love to give judgment, they can't take it. But it's not for us to judge. It's not for you to judge. It's not for you to look at somebody's life and dictate how it's supposed to go. No, you're only supposed to observe and analyze. And with that analyzation, that'll give you more insight into how the world works. And I just want to say this because I feel it's important. A lot of the things that are remembered, a lot of the things that are maybe even considered important, I wouldn't even say considered important, but a lot of the things that are vibrant, that are in your eyes that you can see is drama based. What is drama? Mistakes. That's all it is. The not safe thing to do, the non-safe thing to do. The only way you're going to stand out is to do the non-safe thing, to do the things that people wouldn't necessarily do. So if you are afraid to make mistakes, then you are afraid to get into drama. Drama is the only way you make it. Not the kind of drama where, you hop on Instagram and entertain people of lower standard. No, drama is where you create conflict, where people disagree with you and you still keep pushing on and you still keep going, regardless of what they say. If you feel different, then you probably are different. And I think everybody is different in their own way. Mentally, you're probably different mentally. Like your head ain't screwed on right. I'm joking. Your head Probably is screwed on right. Better be screwed on right. But no, everybody can be different. It just takes a different level of mentality to access that. Everybody has their own taste. We all have different opinions at the end of the day. We all have different mindsets, different goals, different dreams. And so you also have a different way to express yourself. But when you allow yourself to succumb to the circle that people want to put around you, that circle that doesn't even exist because they don't think about you when they're out of that zone, when they're out of that vicinity, proximity, when they're in that proximity, that's the only time they think about you. Only time. And you have to start realizing that. Took me a little bit to realize that the world was around me. I thought the world was revolving around me. I was a little narcissist, wasn't I? When you realize the world is not revolving around you, it's not about you, but it's only through you. When you stop holding on to the character that you've built for so long, because it's only behaviors. Behaviors is a repetition of actions that you've continuously done over the years. And now you think that these actions are you. Not necessarily, because just like you can start a job and quit a job and you're still a human being, you can start an action and quit an action and you will still, say it with me, be human being. You know, I find it crazy that people go to work. They go to 9 to 5s every single day and they're so worried. They get bothered about the fact that whatever it is that they're doing is like, it's actually stressing them out. It's stressing them out to a point where maybe it could be medical. And guess what? They don't even own a share of the company. They don't. You're working for somebody. So it's like, why not work for yourself? Why not do something that you actually enjoy doing? Why not express yourself the way you want to? And if it takes you there medically, at least it's worth it for yourself. But why do it for somebody else? Why sit there and bust your ass all day just to impress somebody else? Somebody else who probably won't even remember you at the end of the day. They won't even care to even know your name. When they're eating their dinner or watching Netflix, they don't know Matthew. They don't know. All right. So Sabrina. When they're sitting there eating their food and watching their Netflix, they are not thinking about you. When they're taking care of their kids, they're not thinking about you. They don't care about you at all. They don't. And that's just the hard truth. You got to accept it. Not to say that you don't matter. You do matter. Just not to them. At the end of the day, you do matter. But guess what? Everybody matters. And who's going to protect you when you need help? It's not going to be a random stranger. It's not going to be even a family member. It's going to be yourself. You're the only one that knows what's going up in your noggin. You're the only one. You're the only one that knows what you feel. You're the only one that knows you. So to sit there and be put in a cage by another human being that's already in a cage, it's absurd. I think it's completely stupid. You can hate me all you like. Honestly, now that I've realized a couple things about life, you know, I'm still young and I'm learning. I realized a couple things about life. You can hate me. You can continue to hate me. You can if you want. But guess what? I'll keep going. Going. Because for some reason, me personally, the more I keep pissing people off, the happier I get, you know? And that's just kind of like the mindset you just have to adopt. Get comfortable with pissing people off because it's about to happen. If you about to go on this journey, it's about to happen. You about to piss a lot of people off. And that's okay, because the more people you piss off, that's actually a good indication that you're doing good. People want to be the same. They want to go into the store and feel the environment, not even stand out. Why? Because you're scared of judgment. I guess I was too at a certain point. But we all learning. You're learning too. I can sense the God in you. You about to, you're about to come out, aren't you? Pause. You're not like, not like that, but you know, you're finna show out because like all right, I'm gonna stop talking. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you for watching. I appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you come back and hopefully we'll do this again and see what it consists of. Hope you come back. Better come back. I'll see you guys next time.